In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a file type presentation here in Google Slides. So I've created this style of presentation and I'm going to show you how it looks like through this slideshow. So once you click on it, this file will slide in and that's your first tab where you can put in whatever you want right here. If we click on the next one, it will just slide in covering the previous one with a new one. If we keep on clicking, it's going to keep going. Same thing where you have the number of your tabs, which would also indicate the number of slides that you have. And there it is. So if you think this is a cool type of presentation, I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's get started. So we're going to start with a blank slide. And the first thing that we're going to create are those file types. So we created that with some shapes. We're going to start with a rectangle right here. Let's draw in our shape, our rectangle, make sure it's aligned to all the edges except for this part. And another shape for our tab. Shapes again. Now we're going to select this round same side corner rectangle. If you draw it, that's what it's going to look like. Now I'm just going to rotate that clockwise 90 degrees. Drag it right here. And there you have it. So our next one would be to color this. Go to fill color and select any color from here. Now you're just going to select one color. And then for the next file types, it will be the same color, just a shade lighter. So we're going to select this dark red berry right here. Now we're going to select that again and get rid of our border color, turn that to transparent, and there it is. Now for the numbers for our tabs, we're just going to do that with a word art. Type in 1, press enter. Now you can just adjust the size, even the font style if you're not a fan of Arial right there. Now we're going to reposition it right here. Remove the border color again and turn it into white. And there you have it. So if this is your first slide, this is where you're going to put your main title, your main topic. After you've done that, once you've finished what you have on your first slide, you can just duplicate this by right-clicking on it and click on duplicate. Now we have our second slide of our presentation. And what we're going to do is to just copy everything and then paste and reposition it. Realigning it like so. Now what we're going to do is to just color it, fill color it into the next lighter shade. There we have it. Select our word art for our number. Fill it in with the color white so you don't miss it. Now we're just going to select the tab and the number and just drag it down so it won't be in the same level as our first tab. So we're just going to adjust this because in our sample presentation, it looks a bit more like this. And now we're going to adjust this one to align it at the edge of our slide. Let's try that again. There we go. Now we're going to edit this into number 2. So now for this second slide, you can input again whatever it is you need in your presentation. You can have your table of contents or the subtopics that you will be discussing for this presentation. We will do the same process of duplicating this current slide. And now we're going to edit this by copying this part right here, selecting this second slide, right-click and copy, then paste. Readjust this like so. And now we're going to fill the color with the next lighter shade of the same color. There we go. Now you already know your word art is still there. We're just going to put it in white so we don't miss it. And now we're going to select same word art and the tab, readjust it right here. Double click on that to edit the number, put it 3, and there you have it. So for this one, again, you're just going to adjust the edge, align it, and there you have it. So put in whatever you need for this third slide, and we're going to continue until the last slide. You can adjust this to how big or how small you want. It's totally up to you. If you're going to be needing more than 6 slides, you can do so by just adjusting the size of your tabs. I'm just making them bigger to make them more visible. So I'm going to continue until the 6th slide. So now that we have all of our 6 slides right here, so what we're going to do now is to apply a transition. Well, basically some object animations to create the effect of each of these slides flying in from the left. We're going to do that by selecting everything on each slide, go to animate, and select fly in from the left as an effect for each element. We're going to select that for the first one. Select animation type right here, fly in from left, on click with the same duration. Go into the next one, fly in from left with previous, same duration. And the last one, fly in from the left with previous with the same duration. So our first one would be on click, and with that click, all of these will follow, or all of these will be happening at the same time. If we click on play and click on our slide, there we have our first effect. Next one would be doing the same thing in our next slide. We're just going to apply that same animation with what we have on our second slide. So we're going to click that and that and that. Click on add animation and do the same thing. Fly in from left, on click, fly in from left with previous, fly in from left with previous. If we click on play, that's what it's going to look like. Now, if we go to the first one and do the slideshow, if we click on our screen, we have the first one, click again, and we have our second one. So basically, that's the effect that we're trying to achieve for our entire presentation, and you're just going to do the same thing with each element going to the next one. So don't forget, you're applying this to only one of your tabs. So for the first one, only one. For the second one, the same thing. And you're going to do with the third one, select just this, add animation. You're not applying any more to 1 and 2, you're only applying it to 3. So fly in from left, fly in from left with previous, fly in from left with previous. Click on play. You have 1 and 2 are fixed, and 3 will be flying in from the left. If we go again to number 1 and slideshow, click on it, click again, and there we have it. So that's how you create a file type presentation with a fly in from left object animation. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, do leave a like and subscribe for more helpful videos. See you on the next one.